says to me, no, I've had this happen like 5 times. It goes away in 5 minutes. It happens all the time. News to me, right? I mean, that's probably why we're married for like 26 years. We apparently don't talk. She never told me she's had massive chest pain before. So I should have insisted, but I didn't. And we fought about it for a little bit, insisting she goes, but ultimately she said, I'm not going. So I called my cardiologist. I just had a checkup. I had his cell phone. I didn't reach him. I left a voicemail. And 3 hours later, 1 in the morning, he calls me back. And first words out of his mouth, you should have taken her to the ER. And he said, but how is she? I said, well, exactly like she said. 5 minutes later, it went away, and she's fine. He says, all right, bring her in the morning. They took her in the morning, and they did a cardiac catheterization where they put a little camera in through your leg, your femoral artery up to your heart. And they found a blood clot in her heart that the doctor said could have killed her at any minute. 5 warnings. This was the 6th, okay? It's like that story about the guy whose boat sinks in the ocean and he's floundering around and a boat comes up and says, let me throw you a line. And he goes, no, God will save me. And a helicopter comes and lowers a ladder and says, grab on. And he says, no, God will save me. And he drowns. And he gets to heaven and he goes to God, I had faith in you. How come you didn't save me? And God goes, I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter, right? 5 warnings. And she didn't listen to a single one. A week later, 2 weeks later, New Year's Eve, my neighbor's having a New Year's Eve party, and her father drops dead, basically, of a heart attack. We do CPR on him, he gets to the hospital, he's alive, but he's in a coma, and he ends up lasting a couple of weeks and he dies. The day before, he told his daughter, I have chest pain. And she said, let's go to the ER, and he said, no, I'm sure it's nothing. So the reason I tell you this story, which I started about personal responsibility, is at the end of the day, as I said, we are all responsible for our own health, okay? You're gonna have symptoms.